everyone, welcome back to another episode of Hydro's Garage. This week we have a Nissan GTR in the shop and I'm going to show you guys how to apply our Recharge ceramic coating onto it. It's going to be a super easy tutorial on using our Surface Prep spray, which used to be called Hydrosilex Rewind, and using our flagship product, which is the Recharge ceramic coating. So this car is in very good condition. We just washed it before we pulled it into our bay, and the surface is smooth, but could be a little bit smoother. There might be a previous wax on here. We're not entirely sure, so I'm gonna walk you through the proper steps on how to remove any old wax or sealant that might be on the paint, and then properly walk you through the steps on how to use the Recharge ceramic coating. So come on over here. We're gonna work on this fender today and this door just to make it easy to explain to you guys. And I'm gonna walk all the way around the car, do a few more panels, and just show you some tips and tricks on the install. All right, so to start, we have a clean car, so you wanna make sure that you wash your car, make sure you remove any surface contamination, bird droppings, anything like that. So if you look at the paint of this vehicle, it's really nice and clean. There's no buildup behind the wheels, there's no buildup on the side skirts, and any sort of surface contamination is removed off the vehicle, so you wanna make sure that you do that prior to applying our coating. You can do this outside, it's not required to be inside. You just want to make sure that when you touch the paint, it feels nice and cool to the touch. If the paint or the metal is hot, what that's going to do is it's going to flash the ceramic coating. It's going to create a lot of streaks for you, and it's just going to be a nightmare to install. So we always recommend that you first touch and feel the paint. Make sure that it's nice and cool to the touch. Once the car is washed, clean, all the water is removed out of all the cracks and crevices. First thing you want to do to prep the car would be to take our Surface Prep spray, aka the Rewind, adjust the nozzle to make sure that it's shooting out a nice amount of product, and then you're just going to spray it on, let it sit for a quick second, and then wipe it off. So I'm going to demonstrate that for you guys now. Take the bottle, spray a decent amount. As you can see, I'm being generous with it. I'm not too worried about where it's spraying because it's just a wax and grease remover. This product is a combination of isopropyl alcohol, degreaser, and a soap, so it works really well to remove any sort of old buildup or product that might have been on the surface. Once you do that, you let it sit for a quick second. You take a clean microfiber towel. These are our Hydrosilex laser cut edgeless towels, so you want to make sure that when you apply the towel to the surface, you're not putting the towel on the surface like that. You're taking it, folding it into a nice even square. And these, because they don't have any bindings, won't scratch the paint. So if you're particular about the paint on your car, that's one thing you want to look out for, is that your towel doesn't have any sort of bindings on the edge. And then you simply take the microfiber towel, apply light pressure, and you buff it in. And once again, what this is doing is it's simply just removing any sort of old polish, wax, compound, any sort of sealant that you might have put on the paint, just to ensure that when you're applying our product onto the surface that there's nothing else below it. So now you can see, well, you can't see, but I can feel that the paint is much grippier to the touch, and what that means is that there's nothing on there. It's just pure exposed clear coat, and that just ensures the best possible adhesion when you are applying our Hydrosilex Recharge ceramic coating. So if you follow me down the side here, I'm gonna take my same towel, work top to bottom, just lightly buff the product in, and this is going to be the decontamination phase. Sometimes on a white car, particularly like this, you can see some spots that are built up, particularly when you get lower on the car. These spots tend to be fallout, road grime, tar, chunks of rubber. So this is called, minor contamination. If this does happen to you, you can coat over it. It's not necessarily a problem. But if you're very particular about the finish on your car and you want to remove that contamination, this is the part where you'd want to possibly do a clay bar. So if you do a light clay bar treatment, a clay bar is designed to take off these, small specks on the paint, and then you can do the rewind over it. But once again, that's not required. That won't affect coating adhesion in any way. It's more so just so that to the eye, you won't have all these little speckles of dust or dirt on the paint. So once I did that, which was super easy, it's just like Windex. You spray it on, you wipe it off, you work top to bottom, and that's it. So now this door also is prepped the same way that the fender is, and it's ready for our recharge ceramic coating. It's honestly as easy as that. It's not complicated in any way, shape, or form. You can also use the Surface Prep on glass. You can use it on carbon fiber. You can use it on plastic trims. You can use it on wheels. So it's a very versatile product, and it can go on all of the exterior components of the vehicle. If you had paint protection film on the front of the bumper, that's also completely fine. People have PPF all over their vehicle, which is obviously also totally fine to use the Surface Prep on. And if you had vinyl or like a color change, you can still ceramic coat your vinyl wrap or color change, and you can still use the Surface Prep before applying the recharge. Now, a lot of people say, Armand, do I have to use the Surface Prep spray or the Rewind if I want to apply recharge to my car? And the answer is no. If you have a previous wax or sealant on the car, you could just use a Dawn dish soap, but it doesn't always work as good as our product does to remove old product. So for the price, I think this product works great and definitely recommended before applying the ceramic coating. All right, guys, so now that the surface is prepped on this fender and this door, I'm gonna walk you through the proper procedure on how to apply the Hydrosilex Recharge ceramic coating. This is a super versatile product, very, very easy to install. There's just one or two things you want to look out for prior to applying the product. So the first thing that's most important is making sure that the paint is cool to the touch. The same way with the Rewind, where you don't want to apply it in the heat or direct sunlight, the same applies for the Recharge. You can apply it when it is sunny out. However, if the metal is hot, I advise against applying the product just because it's going to flash and dry very quickly, and it'll make installing the product for you not fun. So once again, we're in the shade, we're inside, but you can do this outside. So I'm gonna start with this fender and I'm gonna work back. And you'll see when I spray the product on, I apply a generous amount onto the surface. I don't worry too much about the overspray. So I know I did a video about this in the past and someone was like, hey, you had some overspray and you didn't wipe it. I'm gonna walk you through how to do that today. So you simply take the product, adjust the nozzle, make sure it's spraying in a fine mist type of a way. And I'm simply just gonna spray the fender here. As you can see, it's covering a nice amount of area. Very little product covers the entire fender. So we worked top to bottom. I might have missed a little spot right here. So I'll spray. And then what happened when I did that is that I got a little bit of product on the glass, a little bit of product on the pillar, and a little bit of extra product on the hood. This is not a problem because we're eventually gonna go around the entire car and end up coating those surfaces again anyway, so it won't be an issue. You take the microfiber laser cut edgeless towel. This is very important because if you have a towel that has the edges the same way with the Rewind that you need to look out for it, the same you do with the Recharge, otherwise it's gonna scratch the paint. So you take the towel and you just gently buff the product in. You'll immediately feel a tremendous amount of slickness below the towel. That's because the product is being leveled out into the paint. It's starting to work, it's starting to adhere to the surface. And you simply just work top to bottom, just like this. So it's no more complicated than that. It's a very, very easy spray on and wipe off product. You want to take the towel and flip it over once it gets saturated with the liquid. Just like that. You can see I'm putting no pressure on it, just very light, working top to bottom, rotating the towel, and it's as easy as that. The areas up here where I got a little bit of overspray, just take the towel, rub it in, and it's as easy as that. Same with the glass. You can apply this product on the glass. It does help in inclement weather or when it's raining out. It helps the water bead and roll off the windshield much easier. So people ask me all the time, hey, can I apply this onto the glass? And you absolutely 100% can, and you should, because it helps you when the weather is bad. So that was pretty much the fender, and it feels very, very smooth to the touch. Adds a nice bit of shine. Obviously, it's a 6-month protection product. This will make maintenance much easier for you. So from here, I'm gonna move on to the door. Once again, I mean, this is taking a matter of minutes to coat the whole car, so we already did the fender. So let me spray some onto the door. Oh, they're right there too. Take the microfiber towel, polish it in just like this. Circular motions work best, just because it helps level the product in a nice, even way. It's a very, very forgiving product, so there's no cure times, there's no flash times. It's not like other ceramics where you can only do one layer. This is a multi-layerable technology product, which is amazing. So it makes usage for you much easier. You know, you can go around, coat the entire vehicle, and then come back and do a second coat in a matter of minutes. So you can really increase durability by doing multiple coats. As you can see, that took maybe a minute, 45 seconds to do the entire door. So the door is now done, the fender is now done, and I'm gonna work my way around the entire car. Okay guys, so we have done the Hydrosilex Rewind, which is our surface prep spray on this fender, this door, the glass, entire roof line, rear quarter panel, and trunk. So I hope you guys learned a few things with that tutorial on how to use the Rewind, and then following the Rewind, we did our Hydrosilex Recharge ceramic coating. It literally takes you just a few minutes to be able to do an entire car if you've done the necessary prep work to prep your vehicle. So it's a super easy to use product, very user friendly, goes on all the outside surfaces of your car, and you can literally do a ceramic coating in minutes. So thank you so much for tuning in to today's vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, please drop us a comment below and subscribe to our channel so that you can be notified when our next video comes out. Thank you so much. Take care. Have a great day.